This is my student support system. Keep watching, keep learning.
The large intestine. Large intestine is about 1.5 meter long, beginning at the cecum at right iliac fossa here and terminating at the rectum and anal canal at this level deep in the pelvis. The lumen of this large intestine is 6.5 centimeter in diameter. The layers that of the small intestine is same 4 layers. For descriptive purpose, the large intestine is divided into cecum, colon, rectum and anal canal. First part is cecum. This is the first part of large intestine. It is dilated region which has a blind end inferiorly and is continuous with ascending colon superiorly. Just below the junction of these two, cecum and ascending colon, there is a ileocecal valve open from the ileum. And there is ramiform appendix or a fine tube which has closed one end which lead from the cecum. It is usually about 8.9 centimeter long and has the same structures as the wall of large intestine have, but it contains more lymphoid tissue. Now colon. The colon has again 4 parts which have same structure and functions. Ascending colon. This pass upwards from cecum to the level of liver where it curves to the left at the hepatic flexure to become transverse colon. Then there is transverse colon. This is a loop of colon that extend across the abdominal cavity in front of duodenum and the stomach to the area of spleen where it forms splenic flexure and curve acutely downwards and become descending colon. Here you can watch it. Cecum, ascending colon, hepatic flexure, transverse colon, splenic flexure, descending colon. Descending colon pass down left side of the abdominal cavity that curve towards the midline after it enters the true pelvis and it is known as sigmoid colon. Here at the last end it becomes as sigmoid colon. Sigmoid colon is the part which is approximately S-shaped and curve in the pelvis to continue downwards and become rectum. Now the rectum. This is slightly dilated section of the large intestine. Here this is rectum. It is about 13 centimeter long. It leads from the sigmoid colon and terminates in the anal canal. This is anal canal. Anal canal is a short passage of about 3.8 to 4 centimeter long in adult and leads from rectum to the exterior environment. Two sphincter muscles control the anus, internal sphincter and external sphincter. The internal sphincter consists of smooth muscles and is under autonomic nervous system control, while the external sphincter formed by skeletal muscle and is under voluntary control. Structure of large intestine. The 4 layers of tissue described in the basic structure of gastrointestinal tract are present in the cecum, colon, rectum and anal canal. The arrangement of longitudinal muscle fibers is modified in the cecum and colon. They do not form the smooth continuous layer but they form 3 bands and these bands are known as tinea coli. Sac-like structures are formed in the large intestine which are known as ostra. In the mucosal lining of colon and the upper region of rectum are large number of mucus secreting goblet cells within which have simple tubular glands. They are not present beyond the junction between rectum and anal canal. The lining membrane of anal canal consists of stratified squamous epithelium and is continuous with the mucous membrane lining of the rectum above and merge with the skin beyond the external anal sphincter. In the upper section of anal canal, the mucous membrane is arranged in 6 to 10 vertical folds known as anal columns. Each column contains a terminal branch of superior rectal artery and vein. Functions of large intestine. First function is absorption. Though a large amount of water has been absorbed in the small intestine, in large intestine absorption of water by osmosis continue until the familiar semi-solid consistency of feces is achieved. Mineral salts, vitamins and some drugs are also absorbed into the blood capillaries and in the large intestine. Second is microbial activity. A large intestine is heavily colonized by certain types of bacteria which synthesize vitamin K and folic acid. They include E. coli, Enterobacter aerogens, Streptococcus faecalis, and Clostridium perfringens. These microbes are common cells, means they are normally present and harmless in the human. However, they may become pathogenic if it transferred to the another part of body. For example, E. coli causes cystitis or urinary tract infection if it gain access to the urinary bladder. Next function is mass movement. The large intestine does not exhibit a peristaltic movement as it is seen in the other part of digestive tract. Only at fairly long intervals like twice in an hour does a wave of strong peristalsis sweep along the transverse colon, forcing the contents into the descending and sigmoid colon. This is known as mass movement and or we can say mass peristalsis and often precipitated by entry of food into the stomach. And this combination of stimulus and response is called gastrocolic reflex. Next function is defecation. Usually the rectum is empty, but when mass movement forces the contents of sigmoid colon into the rectum, the nerve endings in the walls are stimulated by this stretch. In infant, the defecation occurs by reflex or involuntary. However, during the second or third year of life, ability to override the defecation reflex is learned. In practical terms, this is acquired voluntarily, means that the brain can inhibit the reflex until such time that is convenient to defecate.
My student support system. Keep watching, keep learning.